Texas, 56,473 net tax filers in 2022 to 2023. Florida, 55,349. The Gap, 1,124 filers. In a full year, that margin equals one extra taxpayer every 7 hours and 48 minutes. The IRS calls it Texas first. 27 states posted net inflows. 23 posted outflows. California, 100,397, the largest single outflow in the nation. New York, 71,987. Illinois, 28,609. New Jersey, 19,370. Massachusetts, 15,378. 5 states, one direction, every year since 2019. The filer count is the headline. The income data is the bigger story. The IRS tracks not just who moved, it tracks what they earned. Those two numbers point in opposite directions for Florida and Texas. One won the head count, the other won the wealth race. They are not the same state. Texas, plus 182,704 net individuals on those returns. The largest individual gain of any state per IRS. 60.4% of new Texas residents were aged 26 to 45. Peak earning, peak family formation. Texas won Young America. Florida, plus 261,863 net individuals. Larger headcount than Texas, per IRS. But average income of new Florida residents, $122,530, highest of any destination state. Florida lost the filer race. It won the wealth race. Florida's net AGI gain, $20.65 billion in 1 year. $184,771 per new resident. The highest per capita wealth inflow of any state, per IRS SOI. Texas gained more filers and more young people. Florida gained more money per person. Both are true. They describe different migrations inside the same headline. $20.65 billion. Florida's net taxable income gain from migration in 2022 to 2023. $184,771 per new resident. No other state is close. Texas won headcount. Florida won the income per person race by a wide margin. California, negative $91.4 billion in net AGI lost over 5 years. New York, negative $76.7 billion. Illinois, negative $41.1 billion. 3 states, $209 billion in taxable income transferred to Florida, Texas, Tennessee, and the Carolinas. Not overseas, domestically. California, negative 100,397 net filers. One left every 2 minutes and 37 seconds per NTU. Over 5 years, negative $91.4 billion in taxable income gone to other states, the largest sustained outflow in the country. New York, negative 71,987 filers. One left every 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Illinois, negative 28,609. New Jersey, negative 19,370. Massachusetts, negative 15,378. Same 5 states, every year, same direction. The IRS has tracked it since 1991. If you want to see the real numbers behind the headlines, subscribe to the Data Desk and hit the bell so you never miss a breakdown. Texas won filers, Florida won wealth per person. But why the same 5 states keep losing every single year? The tax rate data and the income brackets that are actually moving answer that. Part 2. The tax correlation. Among the 10 lowest tax states, 8 posted net inflows in 2022 to 2023. Among the 10 highest tax states, 9 posted net outflows, per tax foundation. Florida, 0%. Texas, 0%. Tennessee, 0%. California, 13.3%. New York, 10.9%. New Jersey, 10.75%. The top 5 gainers and top 5 losers are separated by one structural variable. Florida, Texas, Tennessee, 0% income tax. California, 13.3%. New York, 10.9%. New Jersey, 10.75%. The outer ring is the losers. The inner ring is the winners. The tax foundation calls it a clear negative relationship between rates and net migration. Florida's high income data is the sharpest angle in this story. 50,485 new residents earning $200,000 plus moved to Florida net in 2022 to 2023, more than 3 times any other state. 45% of Florida's entire net filer gain was the top income bracket. Texas, 15,470 in that bracket. just 13.7% of its total. Same 0% tax rate, very different wealth profile. Florida, 50,485 new $200,000 plus earners net in 1 year. 45% of its entire filer gain from the top bracket. No other state attracted wealth at this concentration, and $0 of it is subject to state income tax. North Carolina, plus 39,118. Tennessee, plus 24,104. South Carolina, plus 29,214. Georgia, plus 14,671. All sub 5% income tax. The Southeast absorbed the overflow from Florida and Texas and built competitive tax environments to do it. Florida, $137 billion net AGI over 5 years. California, negative $91.4 billion. New York, negative $76.7 billion. Illinois, negative $41.1 billion. $209 billion transferred domestically to states with no mechanism to tax it back at the state level. Florida, $137 billion over 5 years. California, negative $91.4 billion. New York, negative $76.7 billion. Illinois, negative $41.1 billion. The gaining bar grows every year, the losing bars shrink. The trend has not reversed once. California raised its top bracket. New York expanded its millionaire surcharge. New Jersey raised rates in 2020. Each was followed by faster outflows, not a reversal. 90% of CPAs in the 2026 Massachusetts Policy Report said tax policy influences relocation. The IRS confirms it with 30 years of annual data. Illinois, negative $41.1 billion AGI over 5 years. New Jersey, negative 19,370 filers. Massachusetts, negative 15,378. Each raised rates, each accelerated outflows. The policy change and the migration response are in the same IRS dataset. Tennessee, 0% income tax, plus 24,104 net filers, plus $49,000 net AGI per new resident. South Carolina, plus 29,214 at 6.5% top rate. The Southeast built the environment. The IRS data shows who showed up. Are you in a gaining or losing state right now? Drop G or L in the comments. The gap is wider than most people realize. Part 3 has the forward data, and whether any losing state has a credible path back. The losing states have one data point in their favor. The outflow pace slowed. California, minus 100,397 filers in 2022 to 2023, down from minus 125,551 the prior year. New York, minus 71,987 versus minus 140,246 individuals the year before. Deceleration is real. Reversal is not in the data. California peaked at minus 125,551 in 2021 to 2022, then pulled back to minus 100,397. Still the largest outflow in the nation. The line bent. It did not turn. Two forces slowed it. Return to office mandates pulled workers back to high-cost metros, and destination housing costs rose sharply. Miami rents up 53%. Austin median home prices peaked above $550,000. The 0% tax advantage narrows when housing costs rise faster than tax savings. The structural gap compresses at the margin. It does not close. Miami rents up 53% since 2020. Austin median home prices peaked above $550,000. The tax saving is still real. The housing cost offset is now real too. The advantage narrowed. It did not disappear. Return to office mandates tethered workers back to California and New York. The IRS data captures the slowdown, not a reversal. A partial equilibrium. The structural tax differential is still in place. The structural problem is unchanged. A California household at $500,000 pays $56,000 in state income tax. A Florida household does not. That gap is permanent as long as the rate holds. North Carolina cut its rate from 4.99% to 3.99% in 2024 and posted plus 39,118 net filers in the same cycle. The direction of reform in the gaining states is still down. Texas, 56,473, filer winner. Florida, 20.65 billion net AGI, wealth winner. California, 100,397, largest outflow. 3 numbers, 1 map. The IRS has recorded the same pattern every year since 1991. $209 billion in 5-year AGI transferred from California, New York, and Illinois. Not overseas, domestically, to states that cannot tax it back. The largest domestic wealth redistribution the IRS data has ever recorded. Texas, #1 filers, #1 young residents, the largest no-income tax economy, absorbing the largest domestic migration flow since the IRS began tracking in 1991. A structural shift, not a pandemic anomaly. Florida, $137 billion over 5 years. #1 in new $200,000 plus earners. The filer map and the wealth map point at the same states, just different people making the same decision for slightly different reasons. The IRS ledger has not changed direction in 30 years. What state are you filing from? Drop it in the comments, and we will see you in the next data file.